Happy Cinco de Mayo and welcome to How Ines Rolls. Want to see what we're doing today? It's gonna be great. So let me just show you what we're doing. And by great, I mean I'm still working and I have to do some cleanup and stuff like that. But I do have some fun things to deliver to our friends in honor of Cinco de Mayo. I'm dressed in my Mexican shirt and we're going to have a Mexican feast today. So I'll show you what we're doing and what we're making and it will be so great. So first I need to get to work. Today my virtual classes will be about gardening and the plants that we eat. Isn't that so cute? So they're gonna be like cutting these up and pasting them under these, and I have some fun little books that they'll be reading. Oh, I'll be reading to them. I can't wait to read. So I'll be back and we'll get started on some deliveries. I just realized that we just hurried and delivered all of our treats to our friends, and I didn't even record them because I thought, oh, I'll show it to you guys later, but pretty much this is what I sent them. Pretty much bags full of these yummy conchas, which are a traditional Mexican treat, with like a cute little note saying Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's just to the fram, but those are so good, and I eat them actually pretty often, well, a few times a year, and there's a specialty store that's not too far from our house that I pick them up. Plus, I already picked up some special meats that we're gonna be grilling later, some carne asada and some pollo asada that Paul will be making. And they have my absolute favorite guacamole. So I'm so excited about that. But those treats, they are so special to me. So I hope that they are special to my friends as well. So I think they were well received. We already received thank yous for them, and we've been playing some Spanish music in the background. It has been super fun this morning. I only have a few more groups to do, virtual classes, and then we get to start getting ready for dinner. Okay, now it is time to get ready to make dinner. So Paul's on his way home. He's gonna be grilling the meats, and I'll show you that as it gets closer to cooking them. So today what I ended up doing was grating a lot of cheese, both Monterey Jack and cheddar, and making a batch of freshly made tortillas. Now, these are the ones I buy from Costco, but they are so good. So I buy the organic ones, so they have even less stuff in it, so to say. So what I'm gonna do right now though is I have my skillet out ready to make a cilantro lime rice, which I've not made this recipe before, but it looks a lot like Cafe Rio's. So we're gonna get started. First, I'm gonna get going on making 4 cups of broth. Remember, I like to use bouillon cubes, so it's gonna be pretty much 2 bouillon cubes to make 4 cups. So let me get that going first, and then we'll start putting everything right into the skillet. So I have my bouillon going in the background. So the next thing I'm gonna work on is just chopping up some of the cilantro. So you could do as much as you want, the recipe says, which I will link in the description box below, the link. But my family, not huge. I love it so much. It's not that they think that it tastes like soap. I just think that they're like, oh, it's green. I don't know. So I'm only gonna use like half of this, and the other half, I saw that you can put it in a glass of water, a mason jar of water, keep it in your refrigerator, and it doesn't die. I can't wait to try it. Let me know in the comments if that is something you do to keep your herbs lasting longer. It's just putting them in a mason jar in the refrigerator. I'm gonna work on that right now. All right, so we're gonna start putting things together. We're just gonna have to bring it to a boil like you would make rice. And we are gonna put 2 cups of rice. And then we're gonna add all of our stuff. So we're gonna put in the 4 cups of chicken stock. Now what I probably will do is just add a little bit of water into this chicken stock glass, so that's got a lot of that flavoring still in it. And just kind of keep it to the side, because like I've said, my skillet runs a little bit warmer, and so I kind of have to keep an eye on some of these rice recipes. Okay, we're gonna do a tablespoon of some lime juice. We're gonna put in the cilantro that I've chopped. Cilantro, like parsley, is so good for your digestion as well. So now the next thing we're gonna put in is 2 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna add a can of the chopped chilies. We're gonna do some salt and pepper for some seasonings. I am a fan of pepper in rice. It's so good to me. Now we probably don't have to put too much salt since I have the stock in here, but I will try it later. So just kind of mix that up. We're trying to bring it to a boil. And I'll bring you up close so you can take a look at what it looks like right now. So I'm just getting that butter nice and melted through. Now this butter was already pre-softened just because that's where I leave my butter, is just on the counter. So when I see it melting more, then I know that we're starting to get into some really hot temperatures in here. So we're gonna bring that to a boil and then we'll simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now I've got to clean up this mess. It's never ending around here. So now I'm just going to start heating up some tortillas, getting them ready for dinner. Paul loves corn tortillas, and so we're just gonna have a bunch ready, and I'm also gonna have some flour tortillas ready for the boys. We also have chips to make nachos. Woo, we're gonna be eating Mexican food for a couple of days. And with my little get up here, I look like my abuelita, my little Mexican grandma. So Paul just barely came home, maybe 30 minutes ago, put the meat on the grill and the Traeger, and we have carne asada and pollo asada. So they have pretty much similar flavors, right? They're marinade?
Yes.
And so we're gonna have lots of meat. So we're just gonna wait. We're just waiting on this rice, and it's looking pretty close. So I had to add a couple more cups of water, like 2 more of those. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're using a skillet. My skillet runs a little hotter too. So I have the tortillas ready, and I'm gonna start putting stuff out. Looks like the rice is done. I'm just gonna let it keep going a little bit more just to get some of the moisture out. I had a little taste. May be pretty darn good, you guys. So can't wait to get this on our plates. We have, like I said, the tortillas. This one's my favorite, guacamole. I actually shared it with my neighbor because I know she really likes it as well. Paul really likes some cotija cheese, and this is kind of a lot, but I'll put some on my tacos as well. This sauce, I know the Phillips showed it during their haul recently, and had to get some. So I actually had to go get some medicine anyway. So some cheeses, and Paul is the chopper. Just about to get started eating. This is what we've been waiting for all day, and happy Cinco de Mayo to us. So this is good stuff. Did you guys do anything for Cinco de Mayo? Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite recipe or something that you can share with all of us. I'm sure it was probably delicious. Most Mexican food is. We're just finishing up their dinner. It's getting wet. They're sitting in little tubs. It is so nice right now outside, even though it's going to be hitting in the hundreds. Look at this garage. Whew. We should tackle that one day. But these are the summer days, even though it's not even started yet. That meal was so good, you guys. That rice recipe is definitely a keeper, and it is a good alternative to having red rice. So having a cilantro lime rice, and this one was so good. I'm such a fan of those hatch chilies. It's just the perfect Mexican meal to me. So the kids liked it. Of course, we're gonna have leftovers tomorrow, and nobody's gonna complain about it. So thanks so much for stopping by the channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and Cinco de Mayo to all of you rollers, and stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. Bye everyone.